All right. So everybody you've been sitting there for a moment, whatever cross-legged seat you have, I'll let you keep it for just a moment. We'll do 3 good cleansing breaths. Welcome everyone to class tonight. Our focus right now is arms and inversions unless something crops up as we go. So we may adapt or change what we're doing as I see the need in the class. So we'll settle down into our skin, settle down into our bodies, settle down into our breath. So there is some peppermint in the room, so if you smell that, just kind of take some deep breaths. Even if you don't smell it, still take those deep breaths. And just be present with it, settling down into your hips, settling into your back. Now, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more, make some sound with it. Nice. Hands to the knees. Inhale, lift, extend up toward the sky, and then fold over your legs. As you roll up, roll all the way to the sky, reach. Let the shoulders come down, let the neck lengthen a bit. Take your hands back behind you. You're gonna set those fingertips down and then press back into your palm. Lift up through your chest, press down through your knees. Now, rock back onto your bottom, lift your legs up and crisscross the other way. Sit up nice and tall. Taking a minute to adjust into that. Sit back in your hips. Sit nice and tall through the spine. Let the shoulders drop down. And you guys keep breathing. We've had some tech problems with our music, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn that off. We'll turn on this little recording here. And we'll just breathe. Okay. So our focus is back to our center. Bringing the hands to the heart. So let's focus on those arms. We're thinking about pressing in and down with those hands. Good. Push up. Bring your elbows together if you can. Bring your thumbs right up against the forehead, right up against the brow. Now, bringing the hands straight forward, elbows still together if you can, straight out. Press out and away from you. Round your back a little bit, then pull it back. Bring those elbows back. Pushing down, hands separate, good. Flip them over, back of the hand together, press those elbows down. Push the hands toward us. There we go. Bring the fingertips back and out and away. Good. Push it back down. Just taking a moment. Push into your hands and knees. We'll go ahead and get flipped over. If you need knee pads, go ahead and get them. Be kind to your knees, especially if you're new to the program, so just be easy. You got bony knees too, be nice to them. Get into that center and we'll go ahead and start. From this positioning, go ahead and do your cat-cow a couple times, just lifting of the tailbone, you got it. Exhale, rounding of the back. Push down through your hands, push down through your shins. And inhale back to neutral. All the way up, through neutral, all the way down. One more time, all the way up. And all the way down. Coming back into the center, just find that nice flat back. Look to the edge of your mat. Now we're going to take a moment and bring our knees in, making sure we feel pretty balanced. And then we're going to take our hands forward and we're going to shift our weight forward into those hands. Notice how that pulls your belly button up and in, and you're no longer really in the knees, you're more in the arms than in the leg. Good, pressing down through the tops of your shins, just kind of relaxing now, letting the feet rest, letting the knees rest a bit. Holding that modified plank, 3, keeping the tummy tight, 2, keep that belly button in and up, 1, and drop down slow. Try and hover just above the ground, keep your butt slightly lifted, 2, 1, let it all drop. Shift into it, you're just gonna lift your chest up. Oh, let go of your day. Drop your shoulders down, looking straight forward, relax. And then exhale, drop down. Y'all look good. Awesome. I'm gonna wiggle back to get back on my mat again. All right, so nice and easy from where we are into that up dog again. Lifting, pressing into your hands, lengthening. Look over to your right. Shoulders down, look forward. Look over to your left. Forward, push back. Find a nice child's pose, just drop down low, let your head relax and release, surrendering. Soften through that back, soften through your spine. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. We're gonna bring our knees in. We're going to bring the hands out wide. We're going to look between those hands and we're going to do the slithering cobra. So your elbows go out wide, your nose goes through, then your chin. Now draw your elbows back, slithering forward, lift to the sky, shift back easy. Push down through your knees, lift your butt, let your butt drop down as you shift back. Surrender. Once again, knees in. Looking forward, slithering cobra, shifting, elbows back as you cross through that middle, shifting up, looking good, looking good. Now right here, turn your toes under. Lengthen and lift those legs just off the ground. Nice and easy, drop the knee, shift back once again. Last time, make it count, bring the knees in, getting to your nice slithering cobra line. Forward, nose, chin, chest, elbows back, pressing up. Hovering, feel it in your belly. Turn your toes under. Press into them. Now shift, bring your butt up. Drop your heels down as soon as you can. Lengthen through your spine, lengthen through your back. Lift through your tailbone. Breathe. Inhale, drop to the knee, but don't slam. Knees hover. And rest, reset. So as we do this one, you're going to be doing that lift and rest a few times. So it's just going to be nice and easy. You'll turn your toes under. You'll push to your down dog. You'll even step back or forward if you need to, widening into your stance, pressing in really strong. Lift your tailbone. Now look forward at your hands. You're going to come down, knees almost touch, hold, and then press back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And exhale. Hang out, just breathe. Now sink into your heels. Lift your tailbone. Take a moment, look out at your hands. Shift to the knees again. Once you're there, you'll just take a moment. You'll swing around with your left foot and bring it to the front. From there, coming up all the way. And up to the top. Shoulders are down, chest is up and open. Exhale, dive down. Now we're going to get the hand down, then we're going to bring the arm under and around. Get low. Bend that knee forward. We're stretching the shoulder and the leg. It's a deep bend over if you can. Good. Pressing back. Shift. Left hand down, step forward, right. Nothing too crazy, just going up, lifting up, finding. Easy down and underneath. Left arm to the ground, right hand wraps around, drop, low. Get that stretch. All right, we're going to push back nice and easy. Stepping back. All right, simple down dog once again. Lifting up, pressing into those legs, lifting of the tailbone, dropping of the head. Shake it out. Now easy, step forward with your right foot. You're up in a higher lunge, all right? But we're not going high lunge. We're just going to go ahead and wiggle back with that left leg getting lower into it. So we're already here. We're almost into a plank if we were to step that hand down, step the leg back. But instead, we're going to bring this arm around, same as what we did. Now look where your foot is. See if you can bring the hand to where the foot was and lift the leg. Take it across your hands. But don't sit down into it. Take it across, hover, hold. 4, 3, press back into that other leg, 2, and 1. All right, now nice and easy, walk it back. Step it around. From here, take a moment, go into your down. Step up with your left. Help it around if you need. Wiggle down and back with that right. Staying low. You're going to take this left hand down. You're basically putting the left hand where the left foot is. Move it out of the way. Take it across. Hover. Don't let it sit all the way down. Try and stay just off the ground with it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your back knee if you need. I highly recommend it. Walk it around, stepping back to that knee. Modified plank. Chaturanga down. Inhale up. Exhale, child's pose. Open your knees, drop back. So we've opened up the hips a little bit. We've already done some work in the wrist and the forearm. Let that go. Slide the hands to the knees. Tuck and round up. Come back to your center. Awesome. All right, so we'll just have some ocean waves crashing in the back there. We'll think about those that are dealing with the hurricane, sending out some love. Take the hands down. Makes me think of a quote. A calm sea never made a skillful sailor. So without weather, without turbulence, without high waves to overcome, we don't know what our true strengths are. So just think about that. Nice and easy. Shift, Pressing those hips up one more time, shifting to a down dog. Feeling it open the chest, open the arms. Nice and easy, we're gonna walk out to an elbow plank. So you're gonna walk out to a regular plank. From there, pick one arm to take down, then the other elbow, and hover over. Push your weight back through your heels. Drop your butt down. Don't let it creep up on you. Keep that bottom low, but in line with the thigh, in line with the belly. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, but don't let go. Stay on those knees. Press your shins down. Pull your belly up. Press your elbows down. Feel those shoulders dropping away from the ears. Feel that belly lifting. Nice and easy. Let your thighs down. Let your belly down. Woo! Settle back into it. We'll take a moment. Let that down all the way. Rest. So we did some of these in the morning class. Let's do them again. Let's take the arms straight out. Let the head drop. We're going to press the ground down as hard as you can. Press the ground down. Lift your head up. Press. Arms straight out in front of you like you're flying. Now lift your heels. Lift your legs. Let the hands slide in. Go a little higher. Pressing the ground down. Lifting up to your height. Good. Breathe. 4, 3. Look out in front. 2, 1. Let it down. Let your head down. Let your body rest. Slide the hands back to the waist. Really far back. Walk your legs in. Press into your hand to your palm. Lift your chest up high. Lengthen those arms. Look up to the sky. Good. Press those hands down as you turn those toes under. Lift and lengthen. Shift. Lift that tailbone up. Let your bottom reach for the sky as your heels press down. Spread into those fingertips. Press into your knuckles. Get wide into it, ladies, with those limbs. Really use all the space of your fingers, your legs, your toes, your heels. Press in. Nice. All right, nice and easy. We're going over for an elbow plank again. Dropping into that plank slow. We're over those arms, nice and easy. Push your butt up as high as it will go, and then take a step in if you need to get a little bit more height and balance. So we're in the dolphin, tailbones up, heels pressing back. Now inhale over your arms, plank, exhale, dolphin. Inhale, plank, exhale, dolphin. Inhale, plank, exhale, dolphin, fin. 2 more. Plank, fin, last set. Plank, fin. Hold plank, drop knees. Oh. Let it down easy. Walk it out. Just breathe. Feel that in your belly. Feel that change in your blood pressure, change in your breath. Be present with it. Inhale, lift. And we're going to go for flight. So if you have anything out in your way, just move it out to the side there. We want full range to each side. Awesome. Fly as high as you can. Lift the heels too. We're a big old airplane. Now we're going to tip. Tip to the right. Look at your left. 4, 3, 2. Back to the center. Woo! Tip, left wing down, 4, 3, look to the right, and center, and down. Bring the hands in, bring the legs in. We're going to go up for a nice basic locust. So we're going to go locust, lift head, legs, arm, lift as high as you can, lift those heels. Press 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Out. Oh. And down. Walk it back, walk it in. Hands come into the waist. Inhale, up dog again. Shift to our down dog one more time. Step and hold. Breathe. Now working for some balance. Let's take the left hand to our hip and press into our hip and really press into that left foot. If you can, bend the right knee and let that right leg soften. Lift your hips higher. Stay pressing into that left leg. Really root into your right hand. Nice and easy, we'll bring it down. Left hand down, reset. Soften the left knee as you take the right hand to the hip and press into it. Really press into that right hip. Lift your tailbone. Press into the fingertips and the knuckles of that left hand, not just the back of the palm, but the knuckles. Soften that left knee. Both hands down. Let it go. All right. So rest for a moment. Let your hands rest. We're going to focus on the legs on the next one, but we're going to play with it. We're going to go to our elbows and do this lift. So it's the three-legged dog, but instead of our hands down, we'll be here, we'll lift up, and then we'll do our lift. Okay? So nice and easy. Everybody come on down for me when you're ready. So getting some inversion. We're on the forearms. We're inverting our bodies. We're lifting up. Get your weight set. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Lift one leg. Flare those toes out and circle your foot. Reverse it. And down. Take a moment. Reset. Other leg up. Circle. Flare those toes. Reverse. Small circle. 1. And down. To the knee. Lift your head. Lift your head. Drop to the knee. Settle down. Rest. Drop your shoulders, drop your head, breathe. Y'all have done amazing thus far. Just give yourself some time to relax. Stretch the arms out as far as they'll go and drop the elbows again. Lengthen the head up and out and drop down. Taking time to appreciate the child's pose, really giving into it. Now let's shift and come back into the center. Walk the knees in and sit back. All right, so we've been working arms. Yes. And we've been doing some inversions already. We're gonna do another arm movement now. We're gonna hop up and get ourselves into a crow position. So if you like extra padding for your crow, some people like to put a little something in front, so if you do crash, you got a crash pad to land on. The goal is to just kind of push your weight back if you feel like you're gonna fall in any direction. Otherwise, just play with it. Be playful, be willing, you're close to the ground. Be willing to fall and learn how to get yourself back up. So let's come into it. Get into a deep squat, kind of froggy legs, and then we're gonna come up for a moment and reset. Now, I want you to take your knee as high up on the back of your arm as you can get. It's gonna slide closer down to your elbow as you go. But if you can lift that knee up higher, and I get it up there, and then I lift my butt up, and then I put my weight forward into my hands. Take a moment, play with it. Can you pick up one toe? You can, pick it up. Can you pick up the other toe? Can you pick up both toes and point your toes back? And back. And I hear some slippery, so especially when we get hot, if you got slick pants on. If you have cotton yoga pants, sometimes they have better grip. Sometimes if you have the slicker running style pants, you'll just slide right off. So take a moment where I'm going to do it again from the side. You do again your variation. If you're only lifting one foot, just lift one foot. If you got one foot up last time, try the other one this time. Get low. Get those knees up into the armpit, back of the arm. Lean forward into it. Shift your weight and find your balance. Top of back, set it down. Awesome. Everybody just hang out where you are for a moment. Take yourself into a full forward bend. We'll start lifting up. Walk into your feet. Hands can go to the legs somewhere. Let your head drop. Lift your tailbone. Let your head drop. Feel the back of your legs lengthen out. Nice and easy reverse dive to the top. Soft knees, lift up all the way. Yes. And we're going to do a little hurricane over to the side with a tree. Now on this tree, you're able to lean as far as you can and then come back up to the center. Over to the side, and we lean back to the center. Now we're going to go up on our tippy toes as our hands sweep down, and we're going to blow. Inhale, drop the toes and the heels down, lift the toes up. And then exhale up onto the balls of your feet. Blow. Inhale, lift your toes. Exhale, you got it. Hurricane's breath. Again. It's also kind of like that ski, that luge or whatever it is. I don't know what it's called, but the one where you just fly off the edge of the ramp and they just go. And one more. Up and back down. And let that go. All right. Bring your hands down behind your back. From there, we're just going to lengthen forward. So, you're going to bring your hands down, lengthen out those arms if you can. You'll bend the knees, put your ribs on your thighs. Lift your arms up and over. Draw those hands and arms up toward the sky. Keep the fingertips together, interlaced. Nice and slow, begin to let the hands go. Bring them to your low back. Reverse dive, slide the hands down, go up and over. And let it go. Now, so if you got lotion on your hands, if you got sweaty hands, rub them off really good. See if you can get a better grip this time. So on this one, we want to go up and over again. Get a good grip, get that length, extend up, and then dive. As you dive, again, try and take the hands more instead of toward the sky, up and over you. Lengthen the legs. Reverse out, bend the knees. Lift up, keep it together if you can. And then let go. Roll it back. All right. Now, we're going to take it down and play with our two-legged down dogs. So what we did just a moment ago was a one-legged with the arm, or the three-legged with one arm coming up. And then we did with our arms down in that dolphins with the leg up. Now we're going to work on doing the full pose with two legs on the ground, two legs reaching up. So we're going to come down nice and easy and root in. Walk your dog out and walk it back, but make it really secure in its base, okay? So don't try and go too wide out. Make sure you feel really balanced. The first thing I want you to do is take your right hand and place it on your right hip. Start there. Start by softening the left knee and just trying to pick the left foot up off the ground. If you can do that, pick that left foot up and reach for the sky with it. Take the right hand up and back. Keep that weight pressing back. Bring the foot down. Bring the hand down. Reset. All right, try it again. Left hand to the hip, soften that right knee. So we're just finding that pose. Once you feel like you can, begin to lift that right foot. And sometimes you can't. You can take the arm back too. Reaching arm and leg back. And coming down. Drop. And reset. Oh, how's everybody feeling? Good? All right. So we're doing some arm work, we're doing some inversion work. We're doing some arms and inversions. We're going back and forth. So we just did another little bit of an inversion, working with those arm strengthenings. So now we're going to do an inversion that's really more about getting some weight into our head and starting to try and do that headstand prep. So we're going to do this off the wall. We're going to just do it in the middle of the floor. I'm not asking anybody to lift up today, but if you would like to try, as we go up, I'll give you options. All right, so first things first is just that classic, kind of like our crow, but it's the traditional headstand that most everybody knows. I'll do it this way and the other way. You're just gonna get your head to the ground first. So for me, I start kind of like the crow. I go up, then I tuck my head in, I set it down, and then I pick one foot up, and then the other. My weight is then in my knees, on my elbows, and some in the crown of my head. When I go back, for me, I just lift for that second, and all my weight's in my hands again, out of my head, out of my feet. So just play with that for a moment. Can you get your head down? Good. So we're just practicing. It's not meant to be perfect. It's just what it is. Breathe. Be aware, don't put too much weight on the crown of your head. Make sure that you are giving yourself time to balance that weight. Distribute that weight between the upper and the lower half of it. So now again, from the side view, I'll do one. You do yours again if you can. If you want to try and take a leg up, you can take one leg up off of that elbow. Start taking it toward the sky. But don't go too far, don't go too fast. And if you're not ready to do that today, don't. So again, low, head down, weight shifts, and we're just there for a moment. Put the weight in the hands and rock it back. Awesome. So everybody just take a moment now. Find some wall space, if you will. I'm gonna go right here to this wall space. If anybody wants to come here or to there, you can. I'm just gonna flip my stuff that way. If anybody needs to, you can just take your mat and throw it out this way too. Let's all rearrange for just a moment. You won't need a ton. I mean, you could go to that wall. I trust that you know yourself well enough you can go there. You could even go to that back red wall as long as it doesn't feel too crowded. So do what feels most open. Everybody got some space? Well, all right, I'll go to this wall since nobody needs it. Awesome. We got room. All right. So we're going to go toward the wall now on these. We are going to work with some basic headstand. The goal being to put some weight on the crown of the head, the very, very top, but not your forehead and not the back of your head. So very, very top of the crown where it comes up and out. Hands are going to go down. We are always putting one hand and then over the other. Strong hand goes around less strong hand, not weak, but just not quite as strong. Draw your elbows in as close as they'll go at first, and then let your elbows spread out to where they feel balanced. Everybody will look a little different. Draw your shoulders back and away from your ears. Back and away from your ears. Very slowly kind of tip yourself up like that down dog positioning, and just play with it. Rock up. If you feel you can, try and kick up. Try not to slam into the wall, but find that place where you can balance yourself. Everybody's headstand will look a little different. Mine's got a knee bend today. Easy down, rest. Now, you can feel some pressure in the back of the head and the neck. If you start to feel it there, remember to draw your shoulders down and keep that length in your neck. Even when you're inverted upside down, you still want your weight going up and away from your ears. Does that make sense? We're always getting the weight, shoulders down, lengthen through the neck. All right, this next go round, we'll do the same thing. I want you to go up. But try and go up and find that place where you're closer to the wall and you can bring both knees up and try and balance. This one is not easy for me. Nicole can do hers this way. If you're not used to doing them this way, practice, play with it. We're going to get closer to the wall and we're going to take that up. Okay, try again. So we're trying to go up and just hover. So y'all know what you need to do just to get there in class. Just kind of getting there. See if you can find that place. I'm too close to the wall today. Keep playing with it. If it's new to you, if your headstands are new, don't overdo them. Even if you're used to doing them, take your time with each headstand. Make sure it's making some sense. So I'm going to reverse mine. I'm going to do it this way now. So I'm going to go up first and then bend the knees and try and find that hover spot. So notice I'm not touching the wall, and then I'm going to try and bring myself down. Easy. All right? Does that make sense? It's easier to try it in the reverse, especially if you're used to kicking up. That is all core, all ab. And I have a lot of ab strength and core strength in different areas, but that reverting yourself up takes a little bit right there, Miss Sharon. There you go. Level it out. You can't arch your back too much. So that's the thing. Play with it. We got one more. So go back up. Last time. We'll do that exact same thing. Good. Same as always, pushing up, supporting, getting the shoulders away from the ears, taking yourself up. Now just try and bend the knees and hover. I love it. play with it. Take yourself down easy.
Turn to howling.
Surrender for a breath or two. Yeah, that'll do it to you, right? All right. So our very last of inversions, ladies, flip it around the other way now. So now, we're going this way. We'll start by placing our hands on the floor there. And we're going to do a standing split. We're going to turn our toes under and we're just going to flip up. This is going to have us bearing weight in our upper body, but the focus is going to be on the legs. So I'm going to bend my right knee and place it on the wall. And then slowly I'm going to turn my toe under and extend my leg. Not everybody will make it to this point. Some are going to leave it with that knee bent and just pressing themselves back toward the wall. Get the weight out of your shoulders. Draw your shoulders back. Don't struggle. You can reach that leg up. Really reach it up. Extend. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that knee down. Slow. Drop to your knees. Surrender to a child's pose. Bend your elbows. Bring your hands behind the nape of the neck. Look forward and then drop the head back down. Last one. Hands down. Shift up. Walk the hands back. Turn the toes under. Lift that booty. And we're here again, bearing weight in our upper body, letting our head just dangle. Bend your left knee and place it halfway up the wall. And then all the way up if you can. Extend. Press your weight back. Feel it good. If the knee needs to be bent, let it, but draw the shoulders away from the ears. Woo, feel that stretch, 2. And 1, all the way down. This time, stretch it out a little bit more from the wall. Press down one last time. But this time, instead of slamming that head down, let's bring it up. Take your left hand through and look underneath your right arm. And if you do the other side, that's fine, because I'm calling one and going the opposite. Do whatever works for you. Try and get the ear to the ground a bit. Ugh. Relax your shoulders. Slow down the breath. If you can, hear the hum of the electricity going through the floor. Hear the movement of the house, the movement of yourself. Hear your pulse. Hear yourself breathe. Press into the hand that's outstretched and push yourself up slow. Extending out, other hand slides back as you tuck it back toward your toes, drop down toward the ear. Try and get your ear to the ground. That's a big stretch for the neck. Soften both elbows down, soften your hands. Breathing slower and deeper. Just continuing to let go more and more. Let's go ahead and reach that arm out. Shift forward and come down to your belly. Be aware of your neighbor. Be aware of where you are in the room. Make sure you got room to do this. We're just going to go nice and easy. Straight forward. Instead of our side out, we're going to just do the forward ones. So we're going to make a V shape with our upper body. You're going to bring, let's go right hand by your chest. Look over to your right side. You're gonna roll over onto that left hip and push your right leg back. Walk that left arm down and surrender to it. Don't be straining, don't be pushing in that left arm. Surrender down. Just push that right leg back. Don't go too far, don't strain it. Now come back to the center slow. So it's going straight out like a V shape wide. Now bringing that left hand back, finding that support, looking to the left side as you roll onto your right hip. You're just pushing that left foot back behind you. Letting the shoulder drop down, letting the hand rest more. Awesome. Come back into the center. Slide the hands back toward the waist. Inhale, lift up, up dog. Shoulders down and back. And shift. Now let's finish with the hare pose. So hare pose, we are going to go up onto the crown of our head a bit, and we're kind of rolling over. We're also involving those arms, which we've already done, with the arms back, extending. We reach up and over. We tuck our chin in and look back between our knees and roll up. And I'm going to lose my hands, but if you can stay with it, stay with it. Keep reaching them up and over. If you put too much lotion on today, makes it a little hard. Keep doing the best you can, holding them up and over. Y'all look beautiful forward. Take the hands toward the sky and then up over toward your head. Y'all look fabulous. And one, we bring them on down. Just let your hands hit your low back. Rest. And then hands to the knees. Tuck and roll. And up we go. All right, from here, find your wall. And let's go legs up the wall. This will be our final bit of inversion. I'm going to get all the way off to one side, wiggle my butt toward the wall. Feet are touching the wall, legs are touching the wall, butt's touching the wall as you roll up. Take a moment, find what's comfortable for yourself to get into this position. As you're resting down, I'm going to bring some wet cloths around for you ladies in class tonight. Yay! We did lots of hot work tonight, so we want to have a little treat. I'm going to turn up this relaxation music here. It's a beautiful chant from somebody that went to India. They went to a wedding. And this is just a chant for prosperity, for blessings upon all who hear it, for lighting the way of love and healing in your home. And the lights get low. as you continue to lay there just relaxing. Feel free to bend your knees if you need to. That can help soften the back. And just let yourself root in. You're rooted into the moment where you are. You're aware of your thoughts, any that creep up as you relax. Allow your imagination to color your meditation. If your thoughts take you on a journey, follow it. Let it be somewhere that's leading you down a path of enlightenment or self-discovery. As you journey, tap into you. Meet the real you on these journeys. When you're meditating, you're able to set everything else aside and get more in tune with who you are, where you are, and what your true needs are. You become more aware of yourself in your community and your community and its impact upon you. Knowing that we extend out into the world, but we receive as well. Be aware of that transfer of energy, that transfer of thought, passion, creativity. Share. As they say, sharing is caring. Tapping into your speech, tapping into yourself, singing, laughing, praying, being silent as well. Knowing there are times for righteous anger, things that need to be said, things that need to be expressed. Finding a way to be fearless when doing so. Saying what needs to be said, and then letting the rest go. Tapping into that mind, that intuition, but also that education. Being willing to learn. Being willing to challenge yourself. Trying new puzzles, trying new games. Trying to drive a different way home. Don't take the usual path if there's an alternate route. Finally connecting to that sense of spirit, to faith, to grace. Whatever that may look like for you, whatever need you may have. Tapping into what gives you hope, what brings you joy, what allows you peace. Finding gratitude for these moments. Knowing that there will be never a perfect time or a perfect moment or a perfect body. It's about practice. It's about being present and being willing to be playful with it. Get it wrong so you can learn how to do it right. And now when you're ready, slowly bending those knees if you haven't already, letting them slide down a bit. Feeling the weight shift in your back, feeling how that changes the pressure in your chest and in your belly. Nice and easy, clearing the path to the right side. If you will, roll to your right. Lay on that side for a moment. Bring your hand behind the head. Just rest back. When you're ready, pushing against the wall with your foot and sliding yourself out a little bit. Going in stages to a seated position and then coming around. Y'all look good. All right. So fine. What works for you here? Bringing the hands to the heart. I thank you all for your presence today, and I thank you for your playfulness in your practice. Keep showing up, keep doing the work. It's not about being perfect, it's about being present. Thank you all for shining your light and sharing your light with me tonight. Namaste.
Namaste.